Alright, boys and girls, welcome to our fourth video lesson in Chapter 8, Section 8-4, our lesson on sine, cosine, and tangent, our trigonometric ratios, which we did in class the other day with the triangles. You got to remember the alliteration. So, for sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and toa, soka toa. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. Alrighty, here we go. If you look right here, we have our definitions of our trigonometric ratios. Again, sine of angle A, which is right down here. Okay, the sine of angle A is going to be the opposite leg over the hypotenuse. So that would be, for sine of A right here, that would be x, that's opposite the A, over z, our hypotenuse. So that, and I'm going to let you write that in on your own, that's x over z, sine of A. Cosine of A, right here, here's our angle A, that's going to be the adjacent leg, which is y, over the hypotenuse, which is z. So that's, again, y over z. You're going to write that in right here, y over z. Our tangent of A is length of the opposite leg over length of the adjacent leg. There's our toa. Opposite over adjacent is tan, so tangent, opposite over adjacent, toa. So this is going to be, for tangent of angle A, it's going to be the opposite leg, which is x, over the adjacent leg, which is y. So you're going to write x over y right here. Okay? Sine of angle B, well, here's our B. We have the opposite leg, so it's opposite leg, which is y, over the hypotenuse, which is z. Again, we have so. Okay, so sine is opposite over hypotenuse, so it's y over z. You're going to write that right here. Cosine of angle B is going to be the adjacent leg, which is x, over the hypotenuse, which is z. Again, these are all ratios. And tangent of angle B is going to be the opposite leg, y, over the adjacent leg, x. So you're going to write y over x right here for tangent of angle B. Okay, so as we look at this problem right here, we have a triangle, 5, 12. Well, this missing side here must be ding, 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 13. I'm going to write that in right now, 13. Okay, 5, 12, 13, right triangle. So we want to find the sine of angle A. Well, angle A is right here, so sine is going to be for so, right? So ka toa. Our sine is opposite leg, which is 12. Over the hypotenuse, which is 13, and I'm going to let you write that in, so you're going to write in right here, 12 over 13. The cosine of angle A is the adjacent leg, ka, over the hypotenuse, which is 13, so that's 5 over 13. And our tangent of angle A is going to be the opposite leg, 12, over the adjacent leg, 5. So that's going to be 12 over 5 right here. Okay, let's think about the sine, cosine, and tangent of angle C. Again, we're doing so, ka, toa. So meaning SO, not so as in so, ka, toa. The sine of angle C is going to be the opposite. So that's 5 over the hypotenuse, 13. Notice we have opposite over hypotenuse for sine, so that's 5/13. So you're going to write that right here. Our cosine of angle C is cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, so that's the adjacent leg, which is 12 over 13. So you're going to write 12/13 right here. And our tangent of angle C, here's angle C is going to be the opposite leg, 5, over the adjacent leg, 12, so that's opposite over adjacent for tangent, is 5 over 12, and you're going to write that right here. All right, let's look at this problem right here. I'm looking for the height of a building. If I'm standing 200 feet away from the base of the building, I know that that is my adjacent leg from the 50-degree angle right here. I'm looking for the height, which is the opposite leg. That's my x right here. So I got to choose my function. I'm going to choose my tangent because I know that I have an opposite and I have an adjacent. So I know that the tangent of 50 is equal to x, the opposite leg, over the adjacent leg, 200. I'm now going to multiply both sides of my equation by 200. So I'm going to get x is equal to 200 times tan 50. Now we whip out our calcs, and I'm going to type in tan 50 times 200, and I get 238.35. So I know that x, or my height of my building, is 238.35 feet. If I want to find x and y, so x equals, y equals, in this case right here, I know that x, okay, I know that the sine of 20, because that's opposite, my 20, sine of 20 is equal to x opposite over my hypotenuse, which is 50. I'm going to multiply both sides by 50, so I know now that x is equal to 50 times sine 20. I'll do sine 20 first this time, so I do sine of 20. I'm going to close my parentheses and hit equals just so we can see it. I get 0.3420 approximately. I'm going to take that number and multiply by 50. And I get 17.10. So x is equal to 17.10. Okay? To do my y, I know that the cosine of 20 is equal to y over 50. And again, what I've done here is I've looked and I say the cosine of 20 is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So again, I'm going to multiply both sides of my equation by 50. So I get y is equal to 50 times cosine 20. Again, this time I'm going to do the cosine 20 first. So I do cosine of 20. And that's equal to 0.9396. I'm then going to take that and multiply by 50 times 50. And I get for y 46.98. You guys try this one right now. Solve for w. Solve for z. I'll give you a little clue, a little hint. For w, you're going to use cosine, and for z, you're going to use tangent. Go ahead, stop the tape, and give it a go. Okay, you should have found that w is equal to 47.69, and I'll show you how I did that in a moment. And you should have found that z is equal to 25.98. What I did to solve for w, I wrote that cosine of 33. So the cosine of 33 is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse, which is 40 over w. Now what I did to both sides is I multiplied by w, and I divided by cosine of 33. So once I do that, when I multiply by w on both sides, and I divide by cosine of 33, I get that, those cancel, these cancel, I get that w is equal to 40 divided by cosine of 33, and you can do that right on your calc, and you get 47.69. And now here for the tan, what I did is I did tan of 33 is equal to opposite z over the adjacent leg, which is 40. So z over 40, which is right here. I then simply just multiplied by 40 on both sides, and I got z is equal to 40 times tan of 33, and that gave me 25.98. All right, folks, that's it. Short and sweet. We'll see you tomorrow.